My name is Benjamin Hake, and I have an obsession with Pittsburgh's city steps. I have made it a personal goal to log them all and walk them all.
You just go around.
I don't want to go around. I refuse to go around.
You're gonna hurt yourself. You're lucky we're not like up high.
I did it.
It's very dangerous. You're gonna get a tetanus infection in your hand from the railing.
I don't always want to go by the rules and follow the steps. Alright, you asked me to bring a list of questions.
Yes, because it's weird if I ask questions of myself and then answer them.
Okay, so Ben, when did you start doing this?
2010. I was working in the South Side at a bar, and I had a lot of off time before I'd have to be to work because I had to take public transportation. And I just started randomly walking up and down the South Side Slope steps. It's unbelievable how many steps are here. I think there's like 6,000 steps. It's incredible. It's like a mental vacation every time you walk out on a set of city steps. It's weird. You find places you never even knew existed in the city. It's good exercise. It's fun. You know, you get great views. We are on Sterling Street, which is one of Pittsburgh's longest sets of steps. I think it's over 300 individual steps. What's interesting about Sterling Street is that there are 3 or 4 intersections of city steps as streets. Like this right here is, I believe this is Berg Street, this wooden set of steps that goes up. There's a term called paper street. These streets appear on a map, but they don't actually, you can't actually drive down them, so they're paper streets. But there are actually many, many houses in Pittsburgh that are only accessible by city steps. There was a book out a few years ago called The Steps of Pittsburgh, Portrait of a City by Bob Regan, I think that's how you pronounce his name. And it sort of got me going on this whole adventure. I live in Brookline, and he said the longest set of steps is in Brookline, so I was like, oh, exciting, and I ran down there, and I walked the steps, and I counted them as I went. I don't know why I decided to count them, but his number was off by about 100 steps. That's where I became obsessed. I wanted to find the real numbers, and I wanted to find, not just the estimations.
What's the process that you go through to do this?
First, you have to find where the steps are. Before, when I started, I wasn't actually using any kind of maps. I was just sort of wandering around, because it was more of a hobby back then than an obsession. Then, when I started to want to really find all the city steps, I had to start using a map, and I was using like the aerial views to try to find these steps. The locations are not they're not on the map already, so you have to sort of guess where these steps might be. So in my spare time at work, I would just be on the computer using Google Maps and adding lines where the steps were. To this day, I think I've actually logged all the locations. All I have to do is walk them all now, and I've done half at this point. Yeah, I pick a good day, find a bunch of steps, save the map on my phone, has GPS, it's very handy, and then I just knock them down, one right after the other.